Hi and welcome to my December review. We have a few challenges to overcome this month because there's several squares and oppositions happening. The first is on the 1st, Venus making an opposition to Mars. Now, as you remember, last month Mars went into retrograde, and this is a good time to work with the planet while it's retrograde. It's not a necessarily negative period of time. It's good to get to grips with what the lessons are. And with Mars for you is in the 4th house, it's about turning focus onto the home and making and putting effort into making a really good home life, and also getting a balance between home and work. And as well, if there's any work to be done around now, this is an ideal time to get it done, while Mars is kind of like behind the scenes. We also have an aspect between Saturn and Mars and Venus, so this will help you understand what it is you need to do, what your responsibilities are and your duties are concerning the home. Another opposition on the 2nd, and this one lasts for 3 weeks, is between Pluto and the Black Moon Lilith. Now, Pluto is in your 11th house, the Black Moon in the 5th house. So here we have challenges within long-term relationships. This is not just your partner, this can be friends and colleagues as well, and also your relationship with groups. Anything that's long-term could be under threat here, because this opposition will not stand for any false things within these relationships or any weaknesses. They will be highlighted and you will have to deal with them. Now, on the positive side, if we have good relationships, then these can be enhanced and heightened with this aspect. But it's also over your 5th and 11th house, so this is to do with freedom and closeness. How close should you be? How much freedom should you give? These are the questions that need answering. Then on the 3rd we have an aspect between the Sun and Chiron. Remember, the Sun is in your 10th house at the moment. This is a good time to show off your talents within the career area or to the public. And also to heal any wounds connected to finances. On the 4th there's a square from Venus to Neptune. And this is going to enhance your career and destiny area, and this will be good for getting along with people and also adding a creative element into your work. Then Neptune goes direct. Neptune will gather momentum over the next few weeks, and this is good for you Pisces because he's your ruler and he's in your 1st house. Make the most of the rest of his stay. Then on the 8th we have the full moon. Now, the full moon is in Gemini, and that's your 4th house. So this is a full moon that's a little bit fickle. Its mind will be changing all the time, so you won't really know what you're deciding on. It's not a time to make good long-term decisions. It's a time to perhaps concentrate on that home area and experiment with your home, maybe move things around, maybe decorate things, just so you feel more comfortable there. And also with this full moon, it's about balance in home and career. This is very important at this time. And don't forget, we also have Mars in that 4th house, so there is a lot of work to be done around that home area. On the 9th we have a really positive aspect between Venus and Jupiter. Jupiter's in your 1st house and your co-ruler. So this is a fantastic day. This is a day full of opportunities, full of confidence, and full of grandeur. This is a day to think big and dream big. Then on the 12th we have another good aspect because we have the Sun making an aspect to Saturn. Now remember, the Sun is in your 10th house of career, so it's a good time to look for new work or new opportunities. And then on the 14th we have the Sun making an aspect to your ruler Neptune. So here it'll be a day when you'll be filled with a sense of spiritual, a day where your intuition will be really filled. It's not a day if you're concentrating on mundane tasks, because you'll feel as if you could float above things, and there'll be an ethereal feel to the day. On the 15th we have a configuration which is slightly unusual. We have Mercury making an aspect to Chiron, but then also making positive aspect to the Moon's nodes. Now the South Node is conjunct the asteroid Cupid, so this is an instance where someone may communicate to you from the past, past love or someone who you're close to, and this could just offset you a little bit. Remember that the South Node and the past have nothing new to teach you, so you should always look to the North Node, which is the unfamiliar ground, and it's time that you may want to concentrate on that now. On the 17th we have a chance for more healing. This is a longer 7-day aspect where Mars is in contact with Chiron. Now this is very good for healing, especially around the home area, and if you've had any illnesses or you feel under the weather, it's a great time to recuperate this week, so don't schedule too much in. And then the other benefit is that with Mars in this position, it will help you overcome any obstacles that are blocking your way. On the 19th, Venus makes the same configuration as Mercury did, and sort of flood back feelings and desires from the past that are connected with whatever it was that turned up with Mercury. But there's an opportunity on the 21st to move away from everything, because not only is it the winter solstice when day and night are equal, it's also a positive aspect between the Sun and Jupiter. Now this will give you a kickstart, this will give you a boost of confidence and energy to move away, to grow and to expand beyond what you were at already. On the 22nd, the Sun moves into Capricorn and your 11th house. So this is a good time because there's a concentration of energy now in that 11th house. This is a time to look at networking, to building contacts. We have the Sun, we have Venus, we have Mercury, and we have Pluto all in Capricorn, which brings a stellium. And then on the 23rd we have the Moon, which forms a new moon in 1 degree of Capricorn. This is a very powerful degree. This is a time you really need to get to grips with planning for the future. Set your intentions out clearly. Put them on paper or something to actuate them, because action always follows thought. And use this time. This house is the second house from the 10th, so it's the money you earn from business or your career. So this is a great time to invest some effort into making connections, looking for new ideas, new work, and setting new dreams and goals for next year. On the 23rd, Chiron starts going direct in that second house. So this will help, because this will make you feel like your pieces are coming back together. Maybe be a bit of disorientation in the past while Chiron was retrograde. Now things will start to come together and you'll feel whole again. And you can concentrate more effort in that financial area, because Chiron's in that second house. Then between 24th and 28th, your ruler Neptune gets aspects from Mercury and Venus, so your creative side will be heightened, your imagination will be heightened. It's a great time to communicate and to really get along with other people. On the 29th we have Mercury going retrograde for 3 weeks. This is in your 11th house. So this is a time while Mercury retrograde to look at your relationships with friends, look at your relationships with the groups you belong to and colleagues, and see where you can perhaps build some bridges and make sure that everyone is happy and still on your side. Then on the 31st we finish the month with a very intense and passionate aspect. This is a conjunction between Venus and Pluto. When these two come together, there is always a lot of passion. So this could be a time when you get infatuated by someone new, and desire is so strong that you feel drawn to them. Or it could be a time when you have different demands in your relationship and you want to make transformations and changes to spice it up a bit. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you've enjoyed the December review. If you haven't already, please subscribe. And if you tune in for next month, we're going to have a yearly review.